So I was cleaning up and I just decided to do a video because I don't know, I really want to start putting videos on YouTube, and I don't know, it's just something I always wanted to do that I said I was going to do but never did. So right now, hold on, there we go. Right now so my husband and I just bought a house like 2 weeks ago, so I had to clean up this loft. We're not even finished packing and everything. The room is kind of messy, but you can see it from up here. But Josh is away right now, so I'm bored, and I don't know, I just decided to do a video. So what I kind of want to talk about, let me see if I can sit you right there. So what I kind of want to talk about while I clean up a little bit is just I don't know, kind of mostly how it is being a Navy wife, like being married. I feel like this is bad. Being married and having to deal with your husband being away a lot. Maybe being married and having to deal with your husband being away a lot. Basically kind of like how I'm feeling today. Like today is one of my bad days. When I say my bad days, I mean I just feel lonely today. Like most days, like I remember when Josh first got into the military, and when he first got into the military, it's actually a funny backstory. We both went to boot camp together, but anyway, when he first got into the military, when he got stationed in Virginia, so when we first got to Virginia, we didn't really know much about the Navy. Like okay, for instance, like the Navy has duty days. So if you're in the Navy, like there's certain days when you have duty days. So duty days basically mean that you stay on the ship for 24 hours and you have watch. So when we first moved, and we started off in government housing, which basically means like military families live there. It's not like Section 8 or anything like that. It's like military families live there. So when we first moved, and he had like 10 days of leave because we had to find a place to live, which ended up being the government housing. So before that, we thought everything was all smooth, all good. We thought the military was like still like a 9 to 5, like you still go to work and you come home every day. So then we find out when he went back to work after the 10 days were up for us to find a place to live, he's like, yeah, I have duty every 3 days. And I was like, duty? What's duty? So he's like, oh, that means I have to stay on the ship for 24 hours. And I'm like, huh? And even he was like, huh? Because in boot camp, they don't tell you about that stuff. They don't tell you like, oh, once you finish with A school, and once you, I'm not even cleaning. Once you finish with A school, and then once you are actually working, you have like duty days and a bunch of stuff. So we ended up finding out he had duty days every 3 days. And of course, I took it hard, he took it hard, because, okay, let's just say it's Monday. Okay, say Monday, Tuesday he's home, Wednesday he's duty. Thursday, Friday he's home, Saturday he has duty, and it keeps repeating over and over again. So here I am, excuse me, in this new state, no family, I don't know anybody. Josh, the only person I know, he's my only friend, and I find out that he has to be gone every 3 days for 24 hours. So I took it really hard. I was really emotional. He was really emotional. We honestly didn't know if we wanted to, well, he didn't know if he wanted to stay in the military after that, and I didn't know either if I wanted him to stay in either. But the whole reason why I brought this up is I remember when I was going through this, like feeling lonely, like when he first found out he had duty and everything, I was talking to my mom, and she told me, she said, yeah, you know, dealing with that is really tough, but Josh is sacrificing now so that you can have you and your future kids, or whoever, you know, once we decide to have kids, can have a better life also. So she was like, use it instead of always feeling lonely when he's gone. Like, use this time to better you. Like, use this time to do stuff to better yourself. Like, use this time to do stuff to better you. Like, what do you want to do? Like, she was just like, what do you want to do? Like, for instance, I already have me and Josh both have bachelor's degrees. We graduated together. So I already have my bachelor's, and I wanted to go back for my master's, but I don't know, I want to take a break from school. So she was like, maybe you can use this time to focus on you and, like, build yourself up. And a lot of times when you're married, it's not like you lose yourself, but, like, you think about y'all. It's not just, oh, Brittany or just Josh. It's like Brittany and Josh. What are we going to do? What do we want to accomplish? What do we want in the future? So you don't really say, what do I want? You don't say I, really. So she was saying to me to use this time to kind of focus on what I want. Not saying that I'm no longer married, but, like, she was saying, you always wanted to go back for your master's, so you can use this time instead of being lonely to better yourself, or even spiritually. She was saying you can use this time to, like, get closer with God. And that piece of advice worked a lot for me. Like, it has helped me with days like these. Like, okay, so I'm in school now for my master's. I'm trying to get my master's in school counseling. So right now I am in school for my master's. So that helps a lot because it's like a lot of work and it keeps me really busy. But then also, like, it doesn't always work because, okay, so when your spouse is gone, it's like little stuff that you find hard to do because they're not there. Like, for instance, like, okay, today's Sunday, I didn't go to church, and it's like, when he's here, we always go to church, but it's like, I don't know, it's really difficult for me to go to church when he's not there. Like, I'm tearing up and everything. It's difficult for me to go to church, like, when he's not there, because, like, I don't know, like, I'm used to going to church with him, and I'm used to walking in with him. I'm used to, I don't know, just having him around in church. I've never, like, gone to church without him. So, like, I didn't go this Sunday, and 2 Sundays ago I went by myself, and it was just really weird. Like I still went to church, and I still had a good time in the Lord, and I still prayed and had a good time, but it still felt weird. Like, I felt out of place. Like, I don't know, like, I didn't know where to sit. Like, when I first walked in, we usually sit together, so I didn't know where to sit when I got in there. And this is a new church. We haven't been there that long. We just joined, like, I don't know, maybe a month ago. So I didn't know where to sit. So that was weird. And then, I don't know, like, usually in church, he'll hold my hand, or, like, when we're praying, we'll pray together. I don't know, so stuff like that is weird. Stuff like that is weird without him being here. So today I'm just having a really hard day. Like, I feel kind of lonely, even though my mom said to use this time to, like, better myself. And usually I can, like, I might go out with a friend, but I only have, like, one good friend here, like, one. I met people at work, and they're friends and all, but the one I'm talking about, she's like a friend, like, friend. Like, if I need something, I know she got me. So I only met one friend, and, like, I can't call her and expect to, like, her to drop her plans every time Josh leaves. So even though I know that she would, I just don't want her to. So when I am feeling down, I don't know, I kind of deal with it myself. Y'all probably like, what is she talking about? I done forgot what I wanted this whole video to be about. But I'm kind of just ranting because, I don't know, I kind of just want to talk about how I'm feeling. But, yeah, so, like, I'm just having a rough day. Like, I just feel lonely. He just left today, by the way. He left the house at 10 o'clock. It is, I think it's like 4. So I just feel really lonely today. Then sometimes I feel like, okay, we bought this big, beautiful house that I love. Like, I'm so grateful to God for it. Like, I really love this house. This is my dream house. I might give y'all a tour whenever he is home, because then he can do it with me. But, like, I feel like we have this brand new big house that I love, but then I'm in it by myself. And I don't want to say I'm grateful, because I'm happy that God blessed us to be able to buy a home. But it just would have been nice if he was in it more with me. Then, like, earlier today, he told me that, like, he's going to be away more, because they're going, like, underway soon. And I've experienced duty days, but not underway. So I think it's a little bit different. I don't know if he can talk as much. Like, now, whenever he's on duty, he can talk on the phone, but it's like, when he's on the ship, he doesn't get service. So he has to come up. I forgot what space he called it, but he has to come up to be able to talk to me. Basically, he has to be outside to talk to me, kind of. I forget what he called it. So we don't talk that much on his duty days. But underway, I think that's like they're out at sea. Like, okay, so duty days, you're on the ship, but you're like in port, I think. You're not moving. The ship is like stationed. But underway, you're on, like, out on the sea. So I think during that time, of course, at sea, you're not going to have any service, like phone service. So I think it's like by email, but I really don't know what to expect as far as like communication. But just thinking about that, and then just thinking about how he's always gone. I don't know. I'm just feeling like overwhelmed today with sadness. And then, like, remember I explained earlier how they have duty days like every 3 days. Okay, now it's like different, because he's been in for a year now. And now what they're doing is they deployed this year in December. It's only February, so they deploy in December. So I guess they're preparing for that. Should I have said that? I don't know if I'm supposed to discuss that. I don't know. But, okay, so now what they're doing is like fast cruising. So that basically means, like, instead of having duty every 3 days, it's like he's gone for a week straight, and then he comes home for like 4 days, and he's gone for a week straight again, because they're like trying to get the ship together and trying to, like, I guess, make sure they're ready for their deployment whenever they go. So that too has been hard on me, like, because I just started getting used to the every 3 day duty days and being okay with it. Now it's like I have to get used to weeks at a time, without him being here. It just gets rough. I wish there were like other Navy wives that I knew. Like, I met one of his friends' wives. She was really cool, but I've only met once. And like, they have like Facebook pages for like Navy wives and stuff, but I didn't have a good experience with that. I'm not going to name the page or anything, but I didn't have a good experience with it, because a lot of the women on there are like really bougie, like, or if their spouse is like an officer, they're like, oh, my husband's an officer in the Navy, like kind of like they're too good. I remember one time I actually set up something with a bunch of Navy wives to go meet with them and hang with them and chill with them. This is like when we first moved to Virginia, and I was trying to like mingle and meet people. How about I show up there? I forget when we were meeting, what we were trying to do. I show up there, and I text in the group on Facebook and was like, yeah, I'm here. And they talking about something, oh, I'm sorry, we missed you, we just left. How y'all just leave if y'all set up this time for us to meet? So I thought that was just like really shady, and ever since that, it just put a bad taste in my mouth. And I just didn't like it. Plus, they're not on those pages. There's not a lot of Navy wives that look like us, like that are black. Not saying that that sounded so racist. Not saying that I'm racist. Like, I don't look at friends for the color of their skin, but like, I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to talk to people that look like you, or like, like, we all have different struggles. Black people and white people, we all have different struggles. We're all the same, we're all equal, not being racist, but we all have different struggles. So like, I don't know. Which I'm sure there are a lot of African American women who are Navy wives. They're just not on those pages. So yeah, and we still have to, I'm going to upload, me and Josh made a vlog like, how long ago? A while ago. Like, we both wanted to start YouTube. I forgot why we didn't upload the vlog, like what happened. We couldn't find a good video editor. Then when we finally did, YouTube wouldn't let us upload videos longer than 15 minutes. Then I finally figured that out. Then I don't know what happened. The video just never got uploaded. But I'm going to go ahead and upload that. But my social media for my Instagram did change. I think on that video it says Jay's wifey, but it's not that no more. It's Brittany, so BRITTANY underscore Aisha, AISHA. No, not underscore. So Brittany, BRITTANY Aisha, AISHA, 2 underscores. So Brittany Aisha, 2 underscores. His is still the same, but my Instagram changed. I just wanted a different name. I didn't like that name anymore. What am I doing, y'all? I'm just grabbing stuff. I'm not even cleaning. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about how I was feeling. And I don't know, I kind of wanted to do YouTube because I watch a lot of YouTube, and I kind of was just like, my face look fat. I kind of was just like, I spend hours watching people do what I want to do. So why not just take some time to actually do what I want to do? So that's another reason why I started making these videos today. But I mean, y'all can, like, I don't know if y'all even interested in this video or cared about what I was talking about, but I guess leave comments for what you want to make videos about in the future. If this video was entertaining, what, like, Q&As, maybe, like, spam my comments with, like, questions that you want me and Josh to answer, maybe about, like, we were married really young. I got married at 22. I'm 24 now. He's 23, so he was 21. So young marriage, we can talk about that if y'all want us to. Military life, like me being a military spouse and him being in the military, he can talk about what he goes through as well, because it's double-sided. Like, I'm not the only one going through things. We can talk about relocating, like being away from our family, because his family lives in South Carolina. My family lives in South Carolina too, even though I'm from Philly. So most of my family is in Philadelphia, but my immediate family, like my mom, my dad, and my sisters and brothers, are in South Carolina. Because when I turned 18, my parents just wanted to move to South Carolina, I guess, to get out of, like, Philly. So we could talk about that. Also, what else? A lot of good stuff, like how it was waiting. Okay, so me and Josh don't believe in sex before marriage because we both grew up in the church. So we can talk about how that was, like, waiting until you're married, because I got engaged after 10 months. But then we didn't get married. We were together for 2 years before we got married. So we waited that whole time to consummate our marriage. So we can talk about that. How that was, like, struggles. What I went through, what he went through. What else? Y'all might can ask questions about. I don't know, just our family in general. I don't know. Just give us some good, interesting questions, and we can do a video answering them. And, yeah, what should I call this? Should I call this Britt Chit Chat, or Chit Chat with Britt? Or, I don't know. And also, like, let me know, like, we don't have a squad, because I'm just starting, but, like, I hope that we can build up a squad, or, like, people who follow us and watch our videos and stuff like that. But I don't know. Let me know how I can, like, I don't know how to do an intro either. Like, I don't know how to be dramatic and do intro. I just say hey and just start talking. Like, is that a good intro, or do I think I should, like, try to come up with something? I think that's it. I didn't get no cleaning done clearly, but I already feel better making this video and just talking. It's been like 18 minutes. Making this video and just talking made me feel a lot better. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do this more often, even if nobody watches it. But I hope that y'all watch it, and I hope that it was interesting. So yeah, I guess I'll see y'all in the next video. Either if it's by myself or with Josh, but I think Josh is going to be back on, say, Tuesday. He's going to be back for Tuesday and Wednesday, so I can see if we can make a video during that time that he's home. I got to work those days. But we can make a video when I get off. Yeah, sounds like fun to me. Alright, see ya.